Welcome to Longwood Gardens, which is about 2.5 hours from Scranton Wilkes-Barre area. It's a great place to visit if you love the plant world, horticulture at its finest. Today we're going to look at bonsai, and Longwood Gardens has one of the best collections you can find in the country. So this is Kevin. Well, tell us what you are.
Well, I curate the bonsai collection at Longwood Gardens. I've been here about 7 years now, and it's a very special time at Longwood, really transformative time for our bonsai collection and our new courtyard and workshop.
And basically these are full-size trees that you've kept small. It isn't a dwarf variety, it's a full-size tree that you kept small.
This is correct. So especially like the example that's right here, if this were growing out in the landscape, this could be a 30, 40 foot tall tree potentially.
Wow. So what does the word mean?
The word itself means contained tree or tree in pot. So it's the relationship between the tree and the container that really make that special
Not just the
form.
plant.
You got it.
Okay, so it started obviously in the Far East?
It
Japan?
did, yep. So it originated in China, and soon after it became very popular in Japan. And Japan's really the ones who revolutionized a lot of the techniques and the style that we use today and that you see today.
So what do we got?
So this is a Japanese white pine, 5-needle white pine, very special specimen imported from Japan probably around 10 years ago or so. Tree is about 50 to 60 years old as a bonsai, and as a tree it could be 80 to 90 years old.
Gotcha. All right, and that's an evergreen. And something here, this is it an evergreen as well, or?
This is not. So this is a tropical tree. This is a Vietnamese bluebell. This is so something that isn't as hardy that we bring inside and into the workshop during the winter time. It gets a beautiful purple flower, and many say it smells like grape soda, so very fragrant.
So the constant pruning back of the above ground part of a plant, and the roots are also pruned as well, yeah?
Exactly.
And that was what keeps it contained small, and it ages without getting too big.
Exactly. So we go through and prune the tree, a tropical tree like this, 3 to 4 times a year. And the root system on this size specimen we handle every 2 to 3 years. And that's really what keeps it growing happy and healthy in a small container.
Gotcha. Now, your collection is quite extensive now, and I gather you've got extra trees now as well.
We do.
There's nothing better than having a look at these wonderful specimens, so why don't we pick out a few to have a look at?
That sounds wonderful. Let's do it.
All right, Kevin, give you a few choices. We can't do too many because there's way too many out there. What would your first choice be?
I'd have to say the Shimpaku juniper we have outside. It's one of the first trees you see when you enter the west side of the courtyard. Very great example, again, of what you would see in classic Japanese bonsai design, very reminiscent of what you would see in the major kokufu exhibits in Japan. That particular specimen was imported roughly 10 years ago. Once they're imported, it can take 5 years or so before they really regain their health and vigor. So now that it's recovered, it's gone through a lot of the training that the bonsai masters go through to bring it back to the aesthetic quality that you see today. That tree out there is over 700 years old. So looking at the asymmetry of the design, the movement in the trunk, the patina to the deadwood all indicate how old this tree could be. So if you can imagine this tree growing in the mountains in Japan, influenced by wind, by snow, by lightning, growing between a crevice and a rock. These are all the things that contribute to the design you see on that tree.
It's absolutely fantastic. All right, we'll leave that one alone. Let's go and have a look at another one. Your second choice would be?
So we have a beautiful example of a Japanese white pine root over rock, just on the opposite side of the Shimpaku juniper. Really what makes this tree special is it was imported from Japan and made by the most famous bonsai master in the world, Masahiko Kimura.
Goodness,
yes,
really?
So we're very fortunate to have that tree in our collection. This is one of the original donations from the Kennett collection. Just again, another great example of a root over rock grown over a lava.
A root over rock, the root does grow or scramble over the rock, and then the tree looks like it's lying or incorporated into the rock.
Exactly. So again, if you're thinking of a tree growing on the side of a cliff, it gives that illusion of it hanging off the face of the cliff.
Incredible plants, because they could just, as long as they get their roots in contact with some fertile soil, they're fine.
Exactly. Trees want to grow. They find a way.
They will grow anywhere. No, it's absolutely beautiful. So I have to say, the lovely thing about the new display, and it is a new display, so tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so this is part of our Reimagined project, and it features an all-new Bonsai Courtyard, which is directly in between our new Grove, our administration building, and the new West Conservatory. Now we can feature over 50 trees on display, and this is meant to be a gallery-like setting where each tree is featured independently and can be appreciated as beautiful works of art.
Yeah, a living artwork. So Kevin, thanks ever so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've enjoyed ourselves, our visit.
Thank you so much.
The specimens really are truly wonderful. So come to Longwood Gardens. There are trees out there in the middle of winter.
You got it, year round.
Yep, so the choice is yours. Come and visit. It really is excellent.